What is good? What is good? What is good? I want to talk shortly about something that I have noticed, something that I realize and recognize. And move my seat back a little bit more. Okay, this is a lot better. Okay. Woo! How y'all doing, y'all? Hope y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. And if you can't hear me, let me know. I can't. The reason why I can't talk for long is because I can't run this car for long. This car uses a lot of gas. So I'm connected to the car Wi-Fi. Let me know if y'all can hear me, y'all. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday. I ain't got no job. We ain't got to do. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do today? We're gonna go home and take a nap. That's what we're doing on a Friday. We're gonna go home and we're gonna take a nap. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Hey, Jamisha. Good morning. Jamisha is the same haircut. Nothing changed. It's a light. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me properly. Okay, good. Hey, Sylvia. How you doing? Hey, Michelle. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday morning. I think, what's up, Botas? How you doing? I was thinking something this morning. It looks fresh, but thank you. Maybe it's just the vibe that looks fresh. Ruth, how you doing? Ruth, I don't remember seeing you, Ruth. How you doing? Miko, what's good? Long time no see. Long time to see, y'all. Long time to see. Hot quarter, what's good? How y'all doing? Listen, man. Listen, let me give you all a shout out, man. I appreciate you guys always coming through for me, especially on these lives, man. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Morocco, how you doing? Morocco. Morocco, shout out to Morocco. Shout out to all my members. I appreciate you guys so much, especially on this channel. I appreciate you guys. I'm honored, and I appreciate you guys. I can't speak for long today because I have a meeting this morning. I have an appointment this morning. Let me sit right here, man. Let me sit this right here. Oh, Leo, Hey, Crone, I see you. I want to talk about something that's very simple. Happy Friday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Be sure to hit the like. That's right, Jamisha. Thank you. Hey, Tamara. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Speaking from a healthy masculine perspective, and the healthy masculine perspective has a lot of feminine traits in it. I know you all don't realize that, but the healthy, hey Queen, the healthy masculine energy has a lot of feminine qualities. So I'm speaking from a healthy masculine perspective, okay? So don't be too hard on me, all right? Sometimes I get in my feelings sometimes, and I don't mind my feelings. If I didn't know better, I would actually think something was wrong with it, because I realize the healthy masculine has a lot of feminine qualities, and it is what it is, right? What's going on, Albertina? How you doing? Listen, sometimes you have to nurture. Good morning, Resilient. You have to nurture someone back to health. That's what I want to talk about. We have to be able to understand that, yes, you didn't break someone. Yes, you didn't break them. No, you didn't do anything wrong to them. No, you didn't screw them up. No, it's not you that made them sick. But sometimes we have to nurture them back to health. We really have to. Many of us, we think the ideal person that we're going to meet is going to be perfectly fine when we meet them. They got to be perfectly healed. They got to be perfectly that. Listen, sometimes we have a responsibility as brothers and sisters. I'm just being real. We have a responsibility as brothers and sisters to be our brothers and sisters keepers. We have to be able to nurture someone back to health. Some people, we are going to meet them jacked up. Kajal, how you doing? We are going to meet some people effed up. Hey, Ninas. We're going to meet them in a screwed up mindset. But their intentions is to love you. The intentions is to be right by you. By the way, my glasses is not on again. My glasses is off. So I really can't see a lot of stuff. Because remember, I'm training my eyes to see properly now. Okay, I'm training my vision to improve on its own. So if you can't see your message or your comment, please don't be offended. Okay, I just don't want to come close to the screen. I don't want to come close to the screen all the time because my glasses is off. I drove without glasses this morning. It was different. Some people, you actually have to help them nurture, and I'm not saying it's your obligation. I'm not saying that it's your duty and your obligation, but if you love someone, sometimes it's your obligation to assist them in their dream of being their best version. That's just what it is. You see, because one thing about love carries inspiration. There is a big bottle of inspiration that goes on with love. Hey, Miranda, good morning. It's a big bottle of inspiration sometimes that comes with love. And when you love, we are inspired. You know how that you know that you are loved? Oftentimes it's because you are inspired. You are inspired. See, loves bring inspiration. Inspiration to be your greatest version. Inspiration goes with love so much. And a lot of times, if you are not loved, you're going to see the opposite. A matter of fact, oftentimes, when we are not loved, we experience the opposite. We're not inspired. We are actually discouraged. That's the opposite of inspired, right? We are actually discouraged. We are actually taken off from our purpose. We are actually removed from our vision. We are going farther and farther away. But when you are loved, you are inspired and encouraged. Does that make sense to you all? Does that make sense? So understand this. You're not going to meet the right person the right way. Let that sink in. You're not, oftentimes, you are not going to meet the right person how you think or how you feel they should come to you. They're not going to come to you like how you think. They are not going to come to you like how you think in your mind, how they're going to come to you perfect and heal with no drama, with no trust issues. They're going to come with trust issues sometimes. Hey, Aura. They're going to come with insecurity sometimes. Amen? I mean, come on now. I mean, they're going to come with issues, sometimes financial issues. Sometimes they're going to come as they are. You know, God said come as you are, but yeah, we said, no, don't come like that. Why are we so harsh when it comes to, man, listen. God said come as you are. We think you're going to come perfect. And that's why many of us don't want to be bothered. We call that, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered with anybody. You should be this way already. You should be that way. We don't know what we don't know what we went through. You know, we went through some things, boy. Lord have mercy. We went through some things. If my wife judged me based on how I was when I met her, I probably won't be her. But she saw something. I don't know what she saw. But she saw something. When I looked at her, I saw something too. And I stayed. You're not going to meet the right person the right way all the time. And I think many of us, we hear these stories, man. We hear these stories. It's fairy tales. We hear these stories all the time. The right man is going to come. Sometimes we don't know. And, you know, this is why we can't base the right person sometimes on only physical descriptions. Sometimes we base the right person on physical descriptions. And the right person on physical descriptions sometimes is completely divided. It's completely different. Good morning, Cindy. But sometimes you have to nurture the person back. Sometimes you have to show the person what trust is. It's not going to be easy. Sometimes it's not going to be that simple. Yeah, sometimes we come with trauma. We come with mistakes. We come with a whole bunch of past. We come with baggage. You know, we're not 16 anymore. We're not 16. We're not fresh. This is not our beginning, the first. This is not, we see, when we are in our 50s and 60s and 70s, we ain't coming with nothing. And even when you're 15 and 16, you still come with stuff these days. Seriously. Well, but when you meet somebody, man, this is why you have to open your heart. You have to open your heart, man. You have to open your heart. because the heart can realize certain things. The heart knows certain things. The heart feels certain things. But I think our eyes are open and our hearts are closed. Our eyes are wide open and our hearts are completely closed. And that's why we can't see nothing, man. We have to be able to see. We have to nurse people back to health. We didn't break them. We didn't have no reason, we wasn't the cause of their demise. We wasn't the cause of their destruction. But sometimes you have to teach people again. Sometimes it is what it is. But but you have to know who I'm talking about. You have to know who you are doing things with. This isn't for everybody. Everybody's not the same, right? If I say you have to teach people what trust is, I'm not saying to prove a point. I'm not saying that you got to go against your natural. I'm saying, listen, this is up to us. We have to learn discernment. Hey, Reese. We have to understand discernment. Some people we can work with. Some people are doing it because they are messed up and they are doing it on purpose, intentionally, just to get what they want. Some people naturally want to be loved. They don't know how to. They don't know how to. Some people want to be loved, but they've never been loved and they don't know what it feels like. They don't recognize it. I don't know who I'm talking about. They don't recognize it. Sometimes they're never being loved, and it takes somebody who is patient. That's why love is patient. We want, when we meet somebody, we want everything to be just bam, right now, ready-made. It's done. Chemistry should be there. Check. Feelings, check. Looks, check. Attraction, check. Connection, checked. Conversation, checked. Communication, checked. You are the one. No, that's not how it happens. When you build something from the ground up, it lasts longer. New heart, how are we doing? Sometimes when you meet it ready-made, it crashes. You can't build anymore on it. We are trying to meet people are ready-made. More authentic Joel, how are we doing? We are trying to meet people. We are trying to meet people completely made. And when you meet people who are completely made, they could only go down from there. They could only drop. They could only sink. And then when you only meet them, you only had them for a short moment at their best. But imagine growing with someone. Imagine seeing someone at their... I seen both sides. I understand both sides. I mean, I get it. I get both sides. I see. Both sides make sense. I understand it's a risk. Both sides. Both sides is a risk. Because in this relationship, in this life, everything that's worth it is a risk. Tell me if I'm lying. Hey, T. If it's worth it, it's a risk. Whether it's investments, whether it's relationship, if it's worth it, it's a risk. Because you have to give up something to get it. And in this life, anything that you desire, anything that's worth it is a risk. People are afraid to take risks because you don't trust that you're going to be okay. That's the problem. See, this is why we must first. I see that, Kay, indeed. This is why, listen, I advise people, develop yourself. Develop yourself. Got the risk reward ratio though. Yeah, I mean, that's true. You have to develop yourself. You have to make yourself strong. Make yourself aware. Make yourself open. Make yourself love. Make yourself flow. Make the energy flow within yourself. You have to develop yourself first. That's the first step. Learn yourself. Know thyself. Understand thyself. Know that you are able to grow through all things. Know that you are able to grow through all things. That's the first step. Yourself. You have to involve in that. You have to be completely involved in your growth. Someone asked me yesterday, how come, someone asked me, well, my heart is broken and I can't live again. And I say, well, you can, but you don't have anything better to do. You don't have any goals. Because when you have goals, you're going to live. When you have goals, you're going to live. When you have something important in your life, you're going to keep focus on that. When you have important desires, hey, Chesney, you're gonna grow through it. When you have things that's worth doing, when you have an imagination, you're gonna do what you must do to get there. And you realize the things that you are left behind, the things that have gone or that you have lost, ain't that serious. Because you have more important, you have a focus, you have a purpose. You have to have purpose. Without purpose, this don't work. Because many of us are too easy to distract. When you ain't got no purpose, have you ever been driving I'm out for a drive. Ta-da, I'm driving. If you ain't going nowhere specific, you'll stop anywhere. Think about it. You'll stop anywhere. Oh, let me go over here. Oh, let me go to Walmart. Oh, let me go to Target. Oh, let me go to this gas station. Oh, let me get a drink. Oh, let me go to Sonic's. Let me get a drink. You don't stop. You ain't got no. You are. Oh my God! Look at that. Pull over. But when you have a purpose, I promise you. When you have a purpose, I promise you, what you consider a heartbreak is not a heartbreak anymore. What you consider a heartbreak, you realize ain't really a heartbreak. What the hell am I thinking about? When you have purpose, we're not gonna talk about I have no reason to live. Your purpose is. Think about it. Your purpose, that purpose is your motivation to continue. Your purpose is your motivation to allow you to choose your feelings, allow you to choose your destiny, to choose your life, to choose your path. Your purpose is the reason. If you have no purpose, relationships are very difficult. Work is very difficult. Raising a family is difficult. Anything would be difficult because anything would be easy to distract you. And anything can block you. Anything can stop you. Anything can hurt you. Anything can break you because you have no purpose. Hey, Bella Rose. I have a purpose when I go to the grocery store, but I still come out with everything. But you know what comes with purpose, though? You know what comes with purpose? Discipline. Discipline. Discipline has to accompany purpose. Discipline must accompany having a purpose. Because if you have a purpose, you can't just go by feelings. You can't go by what you think. You have to only go by facts, and you have to use discipline. You have to be so disciplined, man, within that. You have to be so disciplined, so aware. Let me tell you this right here. I'm telling you all. Here's the deal. You're gonna have to heal or nurture somebody back to health. That's just what it is. That's just as simple as I can put it. There's nothing else I can explain. There's nothing else I can say. You're not gonna meet the perfect woman that you want. And when I say the perfect woman, everybody is perfect, but you're not gonna meet the perfect situations. But some of you don't have any vision. You can't help. Listen, I know in my relationship, every morning I visualize my whole life. I visualize where my relationship is going. I visualize and I see and I feel and I touch where my wife is, her happiness, her joy. And when I visualize what her happiness and her joy is, it takes me there easier. I don't have to resist and use my ego to say, why you want this? Where you going? What you doing? No, I easily try. It's that simple. I connect, I understand because I visualize. When it comes to my kids, my son, my daughters, I visualize their life. Not the way how I want it, but visualize it to a way how they enjoy. The things that they love. I see those things. I see them doing those things. Happiness, peace, joy. And then for me to make that, to assist them in their journey, I already seen it. So for me, it came naturally. Sometimes you have to help your partner see where they are going. You have to help them see where they are going because sometimes they get discouraged just like you do. They get hurt just like you do. They get distracted just like you do. And sometimes you meet them when they are broken. And this is the part that we don't understand. We meet them and you expect, listen, if you meet somebody broken, just because they get back in, just because you feel like they are healed outside of a relationship, doesn't mean that when they get back into a relationship with you, that they become good again. Just because somebody is healed on the outside. Listen, check this out. I was in Iraq. I got tore up in Iraq. I left from Iraq. I was okay. I began to recover. Went back into Iraq, effed up again. Because I went back into the same, listen man, to a same place that I experienced hurt. I went into a similar place where I experienced. I left from there again. I was good. I went back into a different country. In my mind, I'm in the same place again where I thought I was hurt. Left back, I was good. Listen, sometimes the transition won't be easy. So don't assume just because you are healed on the outside that you are healed on the inside. You can't heal on the outside, but you struggle with on the inside. Listen, you all gotta understand this. Maybe it's hard to understand. Maybe it's hard to get. Maybe I'm just ridiculous. Maybe I'm just slow. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding. But I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. We have to learn. We have to understand that the people that you're going to meet, sometimes you have to assist in nurturing them back to life. You got to be selfless. You got to be selfless sometimes. You want to love them? Love them. It's a risk. You might lose, you might win, you might not, you might this, you might that. But this is why you first have to be strong on the inside. You first have to be aware. You first have to know that no matter what happens, I'm going to be good. You know, when I invest my money in the stock market, you know what I have to do? Thank you. You know what I have to do? Let me put my car in my car. Give me a second. Oops. Give me a second. My stuff dropped. Give me a second. You know, when I put money in the stock market, when I put money on in the stock market, I have to put money knowing that anything could happen. And when anything happens, when the market go wherever it goes, I understand the process. You see, I understand the process. It goes up, it goes down. It stays down, then it goes back up, then it drops again. I understand. So when it drops, I'm not fussing, because I understand it's a risk. I get it. And if I know it's a risk, I'm not in there tripping and looking at it every minute, thinking and second guessing myself. I'm being afraid, and I go in there with a mindset to grow. And I let it flow. And energy goes up and down, just like money, just like happiness, just like love, all up and down, emotions up and down. You know, everything that you are. Listen, you are right now, you don't even see the risk that you are in. The problem is that's why you're not afraid. That's why you think that you're confident, because you don't see the amount of risk right now that you are on. Do you know how much risk that you are taking right now that you don't even realize? Every time you drive, every time you go outside of your house, a matter of fact, the planet that you live on, the very planet that you live on is always being threatened by a whole bunch of things floating around, by a bunch of rocks that you can't see, by a bunch of fire that you can't even imagine. You are risking your life. Your life is at risk right now. You just don't see it. So you think out of sight, out of mind. So you think that you are safe. Are you really safe? I don't want to scare you. But are you really safe? You're not safe. You're really not safe. Nobody comes out of this safe. Nobody, listen, it's like a game. It's like a game that you are plugged into the game, and they say at the end, it's a wrap. You're not safe. You don't come out of it. You really don't. You have belief systems that you think that something that they live everlastingly, something if I believe this, I live on. Some things if I believe that, I live on. Some things is whatever you believe. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but it's a game. You see, this relationship stuff is a risk. We know it's a risk. We have been seen, but yet every time you see the risk, you get scared. You have to nurture somebody back to health. But before you do that, you have to be able to nurture yourself. And if you can't do that, somebody might just do it for you and you don't even realize. Have you ever met somebody, whether it's a friend or a partner, that every time you go around them, you feel calm and relaxed? Have you ever met somebody, whether it's a friend or a partner, that every time they touch you or they hug you, you feel safe? You feel so peaceful and calm, right? Well, yes. Then, hey, Exhale, how you doing? I didn't even see you there, girl. How you doing? Well, guess what? They need that too from us. You see, why do we want to only be the beneficiaries? Why do we only have to be the beneficiaries? Why can't we understand people need the same thing from us? People need the same thing from us. And we don't want to do it because that's not my job. You know, that's not my job. That's not my part. You should come here. You should come 100%. The things that we say. Nice to see you too. Exhale. Energy is transferable, but we don't want to share our energy. Where we so you know why you have a higher vibration? Do you know why? Do you know why you have a higher frequency? It's to share. It's to create a better environment. You know, if you have a higher frequency, the world requires, the universe requires a lot from you. Because if you want to stay in this frequency, isn't it easier to assist each person to make it easier for you so that you can maintain that frequency? If you give love, if you give peace, if you give happiness, then everybody around you will be in harmony with you, so it becomes easier to maintain. Ain't that what we must do? Yet, when we're on these quote unquote higher frequencies, don't talk to me. Hey Ellie, I don't want nobody talking to me. I don't like friends, because when you begin to evolve, people want to, you gotta leave people behind. Who are you? Who are you? Telling the girl what's good. By the way, like I said, my glasses is not on. My contacts is not on, so I won't be able to. I'm not really seeing the comments. My contacts is not in because I'm improving my eyes naturally for the next 30 days. I'm improving my eyes so I can see how this is working for me. Okay, something that I'm doing consciously is working for me. So I don't want to put my glasses on. Okay, so just in case I don't see your comment, please don't be offended. I'm just not putting in my contacts or wearing glasses as I speak. Okay? My mind is on fire today. I'm serious. Morocco, we think as we evolve, we're gonna leave. What if Christ thought like that? What if Christ said, listen, man, what if listen, sometimes we don't outgrow nobody. They're not competing with us. We don't outgrow people. You can't outgrow somebody. Nobody is competing with you. Don't look at it that way, because now you are comparing. You think that everybody should grow on your same. See, when we believe that everybody should grow listen, when we believe that we are outgrowing people, you begin to look at yourself and look at them differently. Nobody outgrows anybody. Nobody outgrows anybody. Nobody outgrows anybody. Listen, I remember the story about that dog and the elephant. You remember the story about the dog and the elephant? The dog and the elephant got pregnant the same day. The dog gave birth. Looking at the elephant, laughing at the elephant. Damn, elephant, you still pregnant? 2 years later, the elephant gave birth. The dog is like, damn. But when the elephant gave birth, woo! Dogs had puppies. The elephant had a big old thing. Majestic being. You had puppies. This had majesticism. You had a puppy. I had a whole elephant. You had about 5 puppies. 4 times in the time when I give birth. Listen, you don't outgrow people. You cannot outgrow people. The same God that's in you is in me. You cannot outgrow God. If you look at it that way, you're gonna always use judgment and you will never understand. We have to seek, remember, above all, seek understanding. If you are doing a little jog and somebody's on the same track as you, minding their business and jogging around the track, and in your mind you say you want to pass that person because they're in your mind they're ahead of you, and you begin to pick up your pace and you pass them, did you beat them? Did you outrun them? Did you beat them in the race? They wasn't racing with you. You beat your ego. That's what you beat. You outgrow your own ego. You outgrow your past. You outgrow your situations. You outgrow your old self. You outgrow your old consciousness. You outgrow your old thoughts and your feelings. You ain't outgrow nobody yet. You can't outgrow people. Run your own race. You know, I will look at me and my spouse. I would assume, based on where me and my wife started out, if I look at it that way, I would say I outgrew my wife. I will think that way. I make twice that she makes. I'm this, I have this, I got more money, I got more that, I got more this, I got more wisdom, I got more that, I got more consciousness, I got more awareness. I haven't outgrown her one bit. Because that's not her, that's not what she wants for her. She's peaceful and quiet. That's what she wants. She feels safe. She has a family. She has her kids. That's what she wants. I haven't outgrown her. And if I understand this, I let her be who she is. And the things that I want for my life, I can want it by myself. She don't have to want what I want for me to. Listen, man. Listen, we haven't outgrown anyone. Change that mindset. Change that concept. You can't outgrow people. What if Christ thought that he outgrew you? Oh, I outgrow these people. I can't be around here. What if Christ had the mindset? What if Buddha or whoever else that you believe had a mindset of outgrowing other people? Oh, we would be lost. But you know what they did? They came and they stayed and they taught and they wrote and they taught and they taught and they taught and they taught even more, and they shared their life, they shared their experience, they shared their words, because they had patience, they had understanding, they had vision, they had love. That's what they had. We now, here we go, we now think, well, since I want a degree and I want this job and I want this amount of money, if you don't want it, I'm outgrowing you. You don't listen. This is why when we expand, our eyes are open. We have to be more gentle. We have to be humble. Seriously. Think about it when you are young and play with a certain toys. The toys can't change. The toys stay what they are. When you grow, you should have more understanding. When you grow, you should have more understanding. You should think about it like you play with a toy. People are not toys. Toys don't have a level of consciousness as humans. Toys are not competing with us either. You don't outgrow toys. You outgrow that stage. You're not there anymore. And grown people still play with toys. We just changed toys. We still play with toys. You see grown men playing with video games. Why? Because that's where they're at. That's what they want to do. But listen, here is the point. Here is the point. I thought that at one point in my life that you outgrow people. You don't outgrow people. You know people are not on the same time schedule as you are. People don't want the same things as you do. People are not doing what you want them to do. And so we think that since they are not on the same time schedule, you outgrow them. You don't outgrow them. My point of this message right here, my point of this message is this. Sometimes you have to nurture people back to health. You didn't mess with them, you didn't crush them, you didn't beat them up, you didn't hurt them. But sometimes when we love this person, we have to assist them in patience. This is why I say love is patient. Love is kind. Love is pure. Love don't keep records of wrong. It removes all judgment. This is why we must understand that some people went through certain things. And a lot of us, we're going to miss out. Because we're not looking with our hearts. We're looking with our ego. Our eyes. And our eyes are completely closed. I'm not saying to be stupid. I'm not saying to lose your damn mind. I'm saying to develop yourself so much. Develop your love bank. That you don't easily... I think the problem is we so easily broken that we're afraid to take a risk. We are so easily broken that we are so afraid to take risk. Because if we take a risk and the risk set us back, how do I come back this time? I hate this. Listen, you have to create yourself a strong mind, strong discernment, strong reality, strong mindset, strong attitude, strong amount of love. We have to develop that so that when our investment or whatever it is crashes, it's okay. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And for those who understand me, and for those who don't, I get it. Listen, I get both sides. Again, I'm not, listen, when I tell you I get both, I understand both sides. I get it. Why should you do so much work in yourself? And, I get it. I get both sides. I think that's my flaw. I was on the downside. I was on the upside. Now I'm in the middle. I see both sides as equal. But there's no one side that's wrong or right. Different situations, different circumstances, different realities. And we have to learn to discern. We have to understand discernment enough to know when to use each side. We have to learn discernment to understand when and when not to. But if every time is not when not to, something is off. If you are always doing it the wrong time, something is off. We have to understand, man. It's the liberal in you, right? The balance, right? We have to understand sometimes it's different circumstances. We have to use truth. We have to use discernment. To whom much is given. Man, listen. When you are recognizing that love that you have on the inside, when that love is high, discernment has to be high. It has to be high. But when you have closed your heart from love, you don't need discernment because everybody is a threat. True or false? When you have closed your heart from love, you don't need discernment. You don't need understanding. You don't need truth. You don't need trust because everything is not being used. So discernment is not needed. Do you all see that? Is that true or false? When your heart is not open, discernment don't work because you don't need it. It's not necessary. Because right now, when your heart is closed, guess what's happening? You are in survival mode. In survival mode, you don't need love and empathy. You need judgment. Do you understand that? Because you can only judge each thing as a threat. You could judge each thing to see how they're going to hurt you. I judge here because if I go there, then something might come out of the bush and take my life. So judgment is a huge thing in survival mode. That's how you get from point A to point B, using your eyesight, your smell, your hair. You're listening for judgment. When you're in that space of love, there's no more eyes because everything looks the same. But it feels and vibrates differently in your body. It vibrates differently in your consciousness. It's a complete different experience. And that's what I'm talking about. And if you don't know it, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't know it, I get it. I understand that too. I get it. It makes sense. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But when you are love, when you are messing with love, and you messing with that high quality discernment, your heart gotta be open, man. And when your hearts are open, you meet different people. Hey Kia, hey Nia, love, how you doing? You meet different people, different experiences, different attitudes, different situations. You really do. Mindfulness is a cue. Y'all get what I'm saying? Hey, Morocco, do you want to meet next week, Monday? Let's meet Monday. Is Monday good for you? About noon my time? I saw your email this morning. Let's meet Monday about my time. Okay, good. Monday about my noon my time. Let's do it then. I send you the thing in your email. But listen, man, but seriously, I choose to spread love. I got you. Yeah, man, for real. Listen. We have to help nurture some people back to health. And if you want the best version of them, you have to be patient with them. You have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. You have to be patient. We can't just cut people off because they're not at the level that you expect them to be. I get it. You don't want to waste your time, or I get it. You don't want to be bothered. Hey, do what you do. It's not. I'm not saying it's wrong. You don't want to be bothered, and you don't want to be. Hey, I don't blame you. Because I can see pure heart people, but I can also see demons from hell on people. I hear you. We all hold evil. Huh? We all have a whole bunch of things in us. Even with your kids. Even with your kids, I'm going to change. Even with our kids. You know what I've learned? Let me tell you the secret that I've learned. You know what? For me to get to a point where I'm at, and I'm not at no point really, because I'm at the same place. I just have understanding. I'm not at a different place than nobody is. I just have a little different awareness. I look at things differently, but I'm in the same place. Nothing really changed except my awareness. Actually, that's all that can change, my awareness. I do the same things. I look the same. I dress the same. I speak the same. My energy is the same. It's just my awareness is different. But you know how I had to get here? Let me give you all something, man. And if you're in a relationship, if you're dating somebody, if you're married, especially when you're married to somebody, let me tell you this, because I don't think we talk about this. Here is the key. How I got to this point was I kept seeing myself here. Every day I kept seeing myself. And even though some of my actions sometimes on some days didn't show it. My action didn't show it. Yeah. My actions didn't show it. Sometimes my thoughts didn't show where I saw myself at. My actions, not my behavior. But after I I didn't give up. I kept seeing it. Hey, Melita, how you doing? I kept seeing it. And I seen it. And I visualized it. And I experienced it in my mind. I saw it. And I don't think you understand. I saw it. I saw me. And I'm like, because if I stayed who I was, I couldn't. If I saw me as how I was, I couldn't change anything because I get worse. You know, when you look at a man for what he is, he gets less. And when I say a man, I mean a person. When you look at a person at where they are, they get less. Do you look and see how you look at your kids? Do you see them higher or do you see them the same? No, you see them a better version. True or false? Come on, let's put everything together now. Let's have some common sense conversation. When you look at your children, they're not doing good in school. They're not doing great in their work. They're not doing great. How do you see them? Don't you visualize them at their best, at their greatest? Don't you see them at their greatest still? So that hopefully, if you see them at their greatest, you're going to help them visualize. Thank you, Chestney. Thank you so much for the gifts. You help them visualize and you help them mold themselves just from your vision because you are so connected to them spiritually. So you can assist them in their vision. You see them and you see them. And after a while, they begin to grow towards that and it might take a while. But you have patience, don't you? Listen, when we with these people, sometimes you have to visualize for them. Sometimes they are blind. And I know that you all know. I know you all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know that you all know what I'm talking about. I had to see this for my wife. It doesn't just work on children. I had to see this for my wife too. My own kids, my wife, my family, and myself. But when I understood the power of imagination through connection, listen, if you think hard and imagine your person cheating and lying and this and that, what you're going to experience is that on a regular basis. And even if they might not even be doing it, but that's what you feel, that's what you see, that's what you'll experience. And that's what you might see them doing because that's what your imagination is. Sometimes we don't even know how much influence that we have. You know what a connection is? Do you know what a connection is? A connection is the flow of information from one person to the next. A connection is a flow of information from your dog to you. A connection is, you see how you are connected to your dog or your cat? The connection is, you know what they are saying. Your dog, you can know what you can know what the plant is saying. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Have you ever looked at your plant and you know exactly what's going on with your plant? Come on now. I need some people who could agree with me. I feel like I'm preaching. I don't know if you all know what I'm talking about. I get it. Have you ever looked at your plant, a plant who have no voice? A dog or a cat who cannot speak, but yet when you look at them, you can tell exactly what they're experiencing. That's a connection. The flow of information, the upload and download of information continuously through a connection or through a frequency. You're aligned with them. A matter of fact, that's all I was saying. If we are connected, I don't have to tell you how I feel because you can feel it too. A lot of times. You can feel it when your kids are suffering. You can feel when you can feel it when your partner going through something. You can feel it when your siblings are going, because the connection, there's the information flowing continuously from them to you. That's just a fact. So imagine if you place in your mind, in your energy, in your body, what somebody might be doing. They are lying, they are cheating, they ain't this. They are getting it too. They get it. They pick it up. They have this overwhelming experience within themselves. They don't understand why do I feel this? Why am I thinking about this? Because you are in your mind resisting this so much that they might this, they might that, and they pick up because the mind. One thing about the mind, you cannot tell the mind. I say this all the time. You cannot tell the mind what to not do. You can't tell the mind what to not think about. You cannot tell the mind what to not look at. Hey, don't look at. Oh, damn it! I just did. Hey, don't look at. Hey, don't have someone ever told you don't look back? Have somebody ever told you, hey, don't look left, don't look left, don't look left, and all you are focused on is looking left? Why not? Because he's there, he's there. But I want to see it. Why? Nobody. Listen, before they tell you don't look left, you never wanted to look left before. Come on, let's be logical now. Before them jokers tell you not to look left, you didn't even want to look left. There was nothing over there. Now here comes someone, hey, don't look back, don't look back. Oh shoot, why not? Why not? Because the person gonna see you. Oh shoot! Oh my God! Oh my God! They're still there? They're still there? Oh my God! Oh shoot! Why? Because you can't stop it. You can't help it. So listen, imagine that we are connected, right? Imagine me and you are connected. Seriously. And in my spirit, I'm feeling, I hope you're not cheating. I hope you're not lying. I hope you're not cheating. And now I'm feeling this, oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh my God. The connection is real. You get what I'm saying? Very simple. But we don't see it that way because we don't see things that way. We see things as black and white. We have to understand what we are doing. You can tell when your kids are sick, even if you ask them, how are you doing? You're not even in the same country, the same state, the same place. But when you ask your child, how are you doing? You can tell, oh, something is wrong. What's wrong? Sometimes you ain't got to hear their voice. Sometimes you just have a feeling. Call your son. Call your daughter. Hey, come here. What's wrong? You don't see that fit. You know because you picked it up. Where you picked it up from is a flow of information coming to you. People, this is why when you're doing something, when you're loving somebody, when you're with somebody, when you're doing your work, when you invest, when you do this, when you spend, when you buy, when you have, you only focus. This is why the scripture tells us, think about the things that are lovely. Think about the things that are good. Think of the things with good reports. Think of the things that you desire. Don't think about the things that you don't want. Don't think about what you can't stand. Don't think about what you hate because that's what you're going to experience. We have a power. We have a power in this. We have a responsibility in this. This is why everything that we do, every relationship, every investment goes the same way. And now you are so angry. You are so, I don't understand why everything, because that's how you go, that's how you fall. You telling the mind, don't look behind you, don't look, and the mind has to go there. The power of the mind, Miss Christie, the power is crazy, isn't it? Danica, it's crazy. That's the reality. So we have to, no matter what, we have to stay focused. Paul said, I have fought a good fight. I have kept the faith. You know how that is? Thank you. You know how that is, man. You know how that is. Paul said, I have fought a good, you know what the fight is? You know what the fight is, man? You don't understand the fight. You know what the fight is? You don't understand the fight. You understand it. You get it because you're fighting too. We're all fighting. But damn it, Lord, have mercy. When you know that your feelings and your thoughts are a place and you still go the opposite way. When you know that I want this, but if I have it, it's going to destroy me. When you going against your flesh, boy, that fight is real, ain't it? When you going with your mind over here, but I still got to do this. I got to do the right thing. For if I do, which I do not want to do, then I realize the law is real. It's real. That's Paul talking. Say, if I do what I don't want to do, that which I don't want to do, the law, I realize the law is real. We have to understand this. We have a power in us. It's a connection that we are dealing with. And we are connected to everything. This is why if you hate that tree, the tree will not give you shade. Just like when you look at, again, this right here, that's right, Ashley. This is right here that tells you everything. I always use the same picture. I always use the same picture. That's right, Janica. I always use the same picture. If you stare at somebody for long enough, they're going to look at you. If you look at somebody for a while, they're going to catch you looking at them every single time, don't they? You ever been staring at a girl or a boy, a man or a woman, and you didn't want them to see you staring, but, oh, damn it, they saw me staring. Why? Because there's something there. They felt this thing. They felt it. You don't know this person. You have no deep connection to them intentionally. But don't they feel it? Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it when somebody looking at you? What you looking at? Oh, I'm sorry. You know who looks at me all the time? My wife. My wife stares at me. What are you looking at? Oh, I'm sorry. She just, wait, what are you looking at? Because you know why? Because if we really be quiet, we can feel people's intentions towards us. Because honestly, we are all connected. And I don't have to be in love with you. I don't have to be in a relationship with you. I don't have to sleep with you to understand that. You can look at a stranger can look at you and think negative about you, and you have this don't you have this bad feeling? Like you feel something in your spirit. You like, hey Empress, you just like I can feel it. So I send it back. Hey, it came to me, I'm just sending it back. True or false? Find yourself turning it around. I'm telling you, true or false? When somebody's staring at you behind you, or somebody in the same elevator as you looking at you, you can feel it. You ain't got to turn around to see it, but you can something feels off. Something don't feel right. Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Oh, what do you want? Because you pick it up. So imagine if we constantly think negativity about our partners, what they might be doing, who they're with, are they cheating on the line? After a while, they pick it up too. But how they pick it up is not how you think about it, because you can't tell them how to pick it up, because you have a low vibration of thoughts and a lower vibration of feelings, and they go with the vibration. They don't go with your intentions, they go with the vibration. They can pick up the vibration. If you have this vibration, they pick it up. They don't know, why did you? Because I don't know why. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you, Gloria. They don't know why. They don't understand why. They can't tell you why. They have no reason why. Because in all reality, there's no why. They just pick up something. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to confuse nobody. But listen, understand this other side. If somebody is able, can I tell you something? If somebody is able, BM's woman, how are you doing? If somebody is able to send you that energy of feeling hurt and feeling anger and pain, we can send the same energy with love and happiness and a higher frequency to heal somebody back, to bring them back to healing. That's all I'm saying. Just like what happened to me and my God. I'm telling you, that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If we can send a signal of distress, if we can send this feeling of, oh, I can't stand you, I can't this, oh, well, look at her, she thinks she's everything, huh? And somebody behind you thinking that about you, and you can just look back, guess what? Guess what we can send? We can send love. We can nurture someone back to healing. That's my point. That's all my point is. Yeah, Fairy, hey Maria. That's all my point was. You see, I don't know why I had to go through that whole long spiel just to say that. No, I'm late for the gym. Do you get what I'm saying though? We sometimes, I'm not saying don't look at it as in it's your obligation to. Don't look at it that way. That's the ego. Don't look at it as, I shouldn't have to. Don't look at it that way. Look at it that you are doing a justice for this universe. You are doing something great for this universe. Thank you, Cam. Thank you. Hey, Karen. You are doing a justice. And when you give the universe gives back. When you give God, let's say God, it's just the one. Oh, you see like when you say God loves a cheerful giver? Is that what he says? See, when you are given to this for a betterment of this universe that God created, oh, God said I will bless you too. Thank you, Aura. God said don't look at it as your obligation. Look at it as a beautiful thing that you are doing. You know what I'm saying? Look at it as a beautiful thing. Look at it because you are able. You see all the love. Hey, can I ask you a question? Love and peace, blessings every time a resentment comes my way is powerful. That's what I'm talking about, Stacy. That's what I'm talking about. Can I ask you a question? My last question. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? I want everybody to answer this question. Who feels this overwhelming love within you? Who feels this overwhelming love? Yeah, Southern girl. Who feels an overwhelming amount of love going to them, but they got no way to send it? Has anybody felt that way before? You have this overwhelming amount of love, but you have nowhere to send it? Anybody? Send the X love, peace, prosperity, and joy, and abundance, and spirit. Indeed. Do you know when a person, sometimes, do you know when a person is with you and a person is not with you, they deserve the same amount of love? Just because they left you doesn't mean that they no longer need love. Just like we do. We need love. Just because somebody is no longer with you doesn't mean that you got to stop sending them love. You're not sending them love only because, you know what I mean? We're not only being kind when something can benefit us. Ain't that what kindness really is? Right? Ain't that what kindness really is? It's not about being kind to somebody who can, it's not about not being kind to the homeless person because they can't give us back. It's about being kind even though they are homeless, they don't have anything to give, they don't have any money. We can still be kind, can we? Same as love. Same as love. Just because somebody's no longer with us doesn't mean that we have to stop sending them love. As a matter of fact, your great-great-grandmother or your grandparents or your parents, they have passed on from this life. When you think about them, don't you send them love still? And they're not even here anymore, physically. No? True or false? They have been passed on for years. And when your mind goes on them, thank you, Chesney. Thank you for keep blessing me. Thank you so much. But when your mind goes on them, don't you send them love, man? They're not even here anymore. Thank you, Marla. Thank you so much. Why do we? We're not supposed to stop because when we keep sending love, it shows us that we have love within us. It shows us continually that we continually have love within us. The only way to know what's inside of you is what you give freely. I want us to understand this. The only way to know what's inside of us is what we give freely. If your love has to be scared and it's just like when you're spending your money, when you know that you only have a little bit, you gotta be careful and you gotta be this and I don't want my money because I gotta pay my bills and I don't want to go a whole. Have you all ever get paid? Right? Have you all ever get paid? And you spend all your money on bills and you realize that you have 10 days left until your next paycheck with $6 in your pocket? Have you all ever done that before? So that $6, you gotta stretch that $6. You gotta stretch it. It becomes elastic. You gotta stretch that thing. And so the way how you spend on the outside equates to how you see it on the inside, right? The way how you spend on the outside equates to how you see it on the inside. That's you stretching it. Well, when you do love like that, it shows unconsciously and subconsciously that you have nothing left for you. Permpy was good. It shows on the inside. It's lack. There's none in here. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. It sends an alert. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. And when it sends that alert, your heart begins to slow down. My blood pressure increases. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Let me close up. Let me close up. Let me close up. So now my discernment is down. My trust is gone. You become in survival mode. You don't know what we are doing. If you don't think that you have money and stuff, you know what goes out? Your root chakra. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Closed root chakra. I don't have enough. Back pain, knee pains. I don't have enough. Red seems scary. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Same thing that happens with the heart. The same thing that happens with the heart. We don't teach these things. That's the problem. You tell the heart when to close without telling it when to close. Because when you become, listen, when you become stingy with your love, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, trust is gone, empathy is gone, compassion is gone, love is gone, the heart is closed, upper back pain starts, anxiety kicks in, oh Lord, it becomes dramatic. Why? Because you are stingy with your love. We are only stingy with what we don't have. True or false? Because if you had an abundance. But should we go on a shopping spree? We should go on a love spree. Because we don't have to save love for later. Money, I get it. Money, after a while, you won't be able to work anymore. You're going to be 78 years old. We don't want to work, and we need money from the beginning. I mean, from 10 years before. But love is an abundant thing. Love flows. Don't get me wrong, money flows too, continuously. Especially if you know how to do it. It flows. Love never stops. We don't have to be stingy. Yeah. Listen, you all be blessed. I got 30 minutes of exercise to do. Let me do my 30 minutes. I don't know what I'm going to do for 30 minutes because 30 minutes is not, well, let me make it enough. You all be blessed. I love you all. Thank you, LaShonda. You all be blessed. Be open. Understand what I said. I hope I didn't offend nobody. I pray I didn't. And if I did, I apologize. What's up, JP? How we doing, man? How we doing? Happy Friday. Have a blessed day. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to those around you, all right? Great. Peace and love.